Welcome back, and tonight for dinner I'm going to make breakfast. I'm going to do buttermilk pancakes with chocolate chips. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt some butter so it can cool down, so when I mix everything up the butter does not end up melting, cooking my eggs prematurely, because we don't want that. So we need 8 tablespoons of butter, and in one stick is 8 tablespoons, so that's convenient. So we're just going to put this into a glass container. I'm just using a measuring container because I have a handle and it'll just make it easier to pour in. So I'm going to take this to the microwave. Okay, while that is melting, let's get started on our dry ingredients. All right, so we're going to do flour. And we need, try to adjust the camera here, we need 4 cups of flour. And when measuring flour, you want to level it off. So I'm using the back of a butter knife. Okay, 4 cups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the next thing, I'm going to check on the butter because the microwave just went off, but let's do the sugar. So we only need 4 teaspoons of sugar. So it doesn't have a ton of sugar in it yet until you add your maple syrup. Okay. All right, so 4 teaspoons of sugar, and we want to level off the sugar also. I'm going to use the back of the knife again. 1. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need just a little bit of salt. I just put some in my hand here. Okay. And then we need 3 teaspoons of double acting baking powder. So I will use the lid to level it off. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to use the baking soda, and we need 2 teaspoons of baking soda. One, 2, and that's it for the dry ingredients. So we have 4 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of sugar, a dash of salt, 3 teaspoons of double acting baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. So I'm going to go check on the butter. My butter's melted. And I'm just going to take a fork and kind of pre-mix up the dry ingredients. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to set my butter aside. And now it is time for the eggs. And I need 4 eggs. A lot of 4s in this recipe. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. No shells. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to go throw these eggshells out and wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now it's time for vanilla. And I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2. Mix those in with the eggs. That smells delicious. Nothing like pure vanilla extract. Okay, so now the next ingredient is the buttermilk. So I need 4 cups of buttermilk. This is 1 quart, and there are 4 cups in 1 quart. So I need the entire bottle of buttermilk. So I'm going to shake it up. And now I'm going to start adding my ingredients here. I'm going to add the butter first. And there's a reason for that. I kind of want it to cool down because as I said earlier, I don't want the egg to start to cook. So I'm going to actually mix this in a little. And I don't want the buttermilk to start to cook either. Okay, now I'm going to pour in my buttermilk. I'm smelling it. It smells really good. Okay, and I'm going to mix this up a little. We are going to take this over to the mixer and mix it. I just like to get it pre-mixed up a little bit. Okay, and now the eggs. Okay. Almost time to go to the mixer. This is not a hard recipe to follow. Okay. All right, so we are going to go over to the mixer. I'm going to show you which beater I'm going to use. I'm going to use this beater here. So this beater is more for cookie dough and bread dough and those pizza dough, those sort of things. So we're not using that one. Oops. And then this type is for egg whites and light sauces and things like that. Whipped cream. Okay, so we will start mixing this up. Hope everybody's having a good day. Move that. There you can see now. All right. Now, I guess it's always a good idea to plug in your electric appliances in order for them to work effectively. Okay, let's take a look. I'm probably going to have to scrape the sides. Anytime I make anything in the mixer, I always make sure that I scrape the sides and the bottom. Okay, it's still very lumpy, so we still have to mix. I just want to make sure I didn't have anything stuck. Okay, let's check out how we're doing. We're coming along, but I believe that we need to keep on going because it's still a few little lumps in here. We don't have to get them all out, but we want to get the majority of them out. Okay, I'll keep on mixing for a little bit and then we'll check back. Okay, so I just mixed that for a few more minutes, and now I have 2 bags of chocolate chips. Okay, and I'm going to put an entire bag in here, And then I'm going to have some extra, so when I'm cooking it, I can put some on the top. Okay. Yummy. Now I did dark chocolate chips. You could use semi-sweet if you want. The dark chocolate chips don't have as much sugar in them, and I like dark chocolate chips. But like I said, semi-sweet will work just fine as well. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and heat up the electric griddle. I'm going to also, while that's heating up, I'm going to prepare some bacon. Check out my video on how to bake bacon in the oven. It works quite nice, especially when you're busy making pancakes and you don't have to keep a close eye on it. You just set a timer. And we'll be back shortly. All right, so I have a brand new electric skillet. I have never used it before, so I'm kind of guessing here, and I'm seeing that you're not really seeing me completely. I'm gonna have to play around with the camera. Okay, my assistant will help me out perhaps. Okay, so I'm gonna put some butter on here. Make sure I get butter everywhere, so I can put pancakes everywhere. Okay, stop. Okay. So bear with me, and I hope this doesn't get too hot. Okay. Looks like we're okay. I might have to turn down the heat a little. I'm not quite sure. As I said, this is brand new. So we're going to do this together. Okay. Okay. Probably should have done one first, but why not? We'll just go for it. Probably gonna make a huge mess too. Almost feel like I need a step stool. Okay, I gotta learn to cook a little faster. Okay. Like I said, this is new to me, and I usually have like a small little electric one. We got this one because we thought this is going to be way better. The other one was not keeping the heat very well. It was pretty old. So now, I got my chocolate chips, but I'm going to add a little bit more chocolate chips. Because why not? Right? Okay. I'm going to ask my assistant to go get me a plate, because I just realized I don't have any place to put these when it's time. So you'll see somebody walk behind. My daughter is assisting me today, and I'm hoping that, you know what, I'm going to turn down the heat a little, because I'm a little bit worried I have it on too hot. So hopefully these don't burn. I'm going to turn it down. Okay. All right. So I have all these different spatulas I came with, and I think I'm going to need the Vevor one because it's more curved. So what you want to look for is when it starts to bubble, then it's time to turn it over. Okay? And as I said, I turned down the heat because I feel like this was just getting way too hot. And like I said, this is my first time using this, so let's hope that it comes out good. And I was basing the temperature on the temperature I used on my other one, so that's where I might have gotten it a little bit too warm. So now it'll probably take forever because I reduced the heat, so we'll see. Plus, I still got to put bacon. My oven is preheating, but I'm getting close to flipping, so let's see how this goes. Okay, I think this one's ready to flip. I don't know if people can see that well. Okay. I think once I'm used to using this, I'm going to love it. Let's see. I don't want to prematurely flip these. Watch out, doggies. Even with my other one, it seemed like the first batch was difficult. Okay. That one's happy. Okay. I like the way I got my chocolate chips here. Probably need to, I'm just going to use my hands. I was going to be civilized and use a spoon, but all right. So now what we're looking for, instead of the bubbling, is we're looking for once it starts to smoke. And I just have to make sure that they're all done. These are smelling delicious. I feel like only that one got just slightly done. A little bit too much. Everything else looks great. I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, we're still okay. I think definitely turning down the griddle was good. I might actually have to turn it up a little now though, but I think I'll just leave it at this. See how it goes. And then this little straggler here. If I was making little ones, I got to make a couple little ones for my granddaughter. Okay, so I started out with about 400 degrees, and now I'm probably at about 350, I think. So what happened is we bought this really nice griddle, and then we found out that it was in Celsius, and we needed it to be in Fahrenheit. So I have a little cheat sheet. And on my previous electric griddle, the ones that usually you just get at a regular store, this is like a restaurant quality, the one you could get at a regular store, it was starting to get old and not keep the heat as much and stuff like that. And so basically what happened is I was having to turn it up higher, I think, but I don't know for sure. So let's see if this is, trying to think how I got those. Well, I turned it down anyway. So we're just going to double check the side. And it's looking pretty good, but just cook it a little bit longer. I don't want it raw in the middle. So you're dealing with eggs. It does smell really, really good though. Okay. I'm going to just flip this over, just make sure. I think this batch is done, except this one for some reason does not look like it's done as much. Okay, I'm going to start pulling some of these off of here. Okay, so now I had reduced the heat, so let's see how this works out. Like I said, this is the first time I'm ever using this. So, I just, you know what, I need the metal one. Spread this butter. Okay, you don't want to melt your plastic. So what I need is a round spatula that's metal. Which I think I have, but I think it's only for gigantic pancakes. And I want medium pancakes. So, we're just going to wing it. Okay, so now it looks like it's nice without being overly hot. So let's see how we do. The thing I like about this, though, once I get the hang of using this, is I can make a lot of pancakes at once, and it's going to be excellent for grilled cheese sandwiches. So I'm going to have to do a grilled cheese sandwich video for sure. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to do this. And then I need to remember to make some little ones for my granddaughter. For sure. Okay, so we need some more chocolate chips. I'm just going to decide I'm using my hands. The heck with this other thing. Okay. then I'm wondering what else can I make on this electric skillet. Whoa. It's going to be trial and error, I think. But so far, the pancakes I made look really good. So I'm happy about that. This is a commercial cooktop type of electric skillet. And we have it on a rolling cart. So we'll just bring it out when we need it. Oh, we're making progress. Look, it's starting to cook. It's starting to bubble up a little. We might be ready to flip it soon. I think I'm really going to like this once I get the hang of it, because it's already looking like it's going to be nice to have. Like I said, I will eventually do a grilled cheese video. I'm going to be brave and try this metal spatula this time. We'll see how that works. Maybe I'll be back to the plastic one. I don't know. So we'll just see what happens. We're getting close to flipping. This little one might be ready to flip. Oh, French toast. I got to do a French toast video sometime too. That'll be really good. I can make lots of French toast. I could really line it up well. So I'm looking forward to that too. So I think I'm going to have to be patient, because since I don't exactly know the temperature, just kind of be patient on. But it is starting to get. What you're going to see is you're going to see the bubbles. And they're starting along here. So we just have to have them in the middle, because we don't want them raw in the middle. So we just have to wait. Okay, now, look, now it's time to flip them. See how it's bubbling up? So we'll start with the little guy. Oh yeah, now that looks perfect right there. So we're making progress, and I'm learning how to use my new electric skillet. Okay, I'll do this one. Oh, that's looking good now. Okay, let's see if I can do this one. Okay, and I'm just taking this and moving it in. Well, that one looks like it could have. Oh yeah, these aren't as much. You know what? I need to check and see. Is this the same as the other side? Oh, I see. I actually don't have it completely the same. To turn the heat up on this side. So what I have going on here is there's a knob that controls this half and a knob that controls that half, and it appears that this, I didn't have this turned up as much. Like I said, I'm just getting used to this, so bear with me. I'm going to probably have to cook that side longer. Check this out. I'm just going to peek. That's looking good. I'm going to turn this over though and have it cook a little bit. No, that side didn't do that. Okay. This one's smaller, so it's going to cook faster. You know, you try to do it exactly the same, but it just doesn't always work out that way. That one looks good. So I turned up the heat on this side, so I better turn it over and see. It's making progress, but I definitely need longer on this side. But I'll tell you one thing. This is a really good recipe because it smells so good in the house. It's like cross between a chocolate chip cookie smell and you're making pancakes smell, and it really smells wonderful. So I can't wait to taste this. So I put more butter, and now I'm going to make some little ones for my granddaughter, which will probably cook up pretty quick. When I told her this is what we were having for dinner tonight, she was very excited. Nope, these aren't as little as I thought. I hope she's hungry. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's see if I can do a face. Eyes and a nose, maybe. I don't know about the mouth. Maybe. Let me get the eye and the nose first. Might be time to flip before I get a mouth going. I'm not the fastest cook, but I do like the way the stuff tastes in the end. Okay. Okay, the face is not really working, so we're just going to put chocolate chips on here. These are like the size of a large cookie, so she's going to love that. I love doing breakfast for dinner. We'll check. Okay, these little guys are ready to flip. Oh, these are going to be so good. I should have just made them all little. They look so adorable. Okay, that guy's going to have to work. Okay, so now it's time for the taste test. Okay. Very, very good. So delicious. The buttermilk and those chocolate chips blend so nicely together. Tastes like, kind of like a chocolate chip cookie, but a very delicious buttermilk pancake. Kind of like a fusion thing. Very, very delicious. I hope you try this recipe. Thank you for bearing with me, trying my new appliance out tonight. I enjoyed the company. For those of you who subscribe to my channel, thank you very much. And if you don't, I hope that you do. And have a great evening, and thanks for watching.